on it. I think this. I think when the other gentlemen get here, we'll discuss that too. That's one thing.
Well, first thing I want to, I guess, go over is establish who we got at this table and what everybody is pretty much bringing to the table. So that way we know, number one, positions we have and what positions we need to fill. Because ultimately, the bringing of this ultimately is we're creating a process, a system, you know what I'm saying, for entertainment. Like how we're gonna go over that with me and Taylor started yesterday, but ultimately we're an entertainment company or process, you know what I'm saying, from the studio, just all aspects of entertainment, from the studio to the main stage to the presentation. You know, so when people come in from the time, even prior to coming here, we want to be able to have them set up to go through the process. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I see in this area is a lot of the people in the entertainment, they don't have anything to do after it's set up. After they got their play, their records, their music, or whatever, what's next? What's helping them present that? So ultimately, this is what I envision this building being, is the process, the system, the bank. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, today we just established what everybody is bringing, because the main thing is we don't have anybody stepping on toes or in each other's lane, unless need be. You know what I'm saying? But main thing is just figuring out what we got in when we go to the table. And I have other things, you know, goals and stuff like that. But the main thing I want to get out of this meeting is we establish positions and different protocols and stuff like that. How the process is going to work. You know what I'm saying? So of course, everybody knows what I do. So I have the recording studio aspect of it. So that's what I'll be bringing to the table. And with the position that I want to hold, like I said, the recording studio engineer, everything like that within the musical realm. That's me. Like when time comes, I guess, to hire other engineers or people under me and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'll bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? That process right there, the recording studio. So that's one area we have is studio, which is audio production.
Me, Jerome, let me get your number.
904-316-9167.
Say it again, bro.
316-9167.
9167.
There you go.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna like a paper man. I like to have a paper trail. So I'm gonna just pass the book around. Everybody write the information on there, for just the name and telephone number. Okay. And that way, I do better like that. All right. And then what we're gonna happen is I'll make a copy of these and make sure everybody got one. Although y'all might have, but phone might get the water and delete all that. So I'm gonna make sure you have one of these. How about that? Okay. I'm gonna write mine up here. Already start. How far is the gentleman away from me? Amen. Okay. All right, I'll go and start right there. So. Now, one of the things that I think Stroh was taking the same approach. He just did his in a different way. I think that each department that now we will be open to more than one person in the same department or same area.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. In other words, be that department be working as a team. Right. Okay. Okay.
The goal is to have everybody working as a team.
Right.
But
okay.
specific
positions so as to where, say for instance, I don't do music. The rest of these
Okay.
guys do music.
Okay.
So Jimmy Lee might be on the podcast. Nitro might be in the studio recording. He might be recording. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody necessarily might have the time to keep up with appointments or dates or just phone calls and things in general. And I would be there to kind of relieve some of that stress
Okay.
off of these guys. You know what I'm saying? And set up book appointments, book shows, different things like that. I was telling Nitro, I wouldn't be doing it alone. It would be Jimmy Lee coming, hey, look, somebody called me and we got this show to go do on this date, and I would just keep record of that. I would jot that down so everything is matching up the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, that's a very important point because you need that second and third man. Because what happened is we're going to start doing, and the vision I see is we're having might be doing events somewhere else. You can't be two places at one time. And somebody there's always going to be the guy, the clientele that's where that may not be traveling. What if we might be going somewhere? Or got some event going on in Charlotte or Greenville or wherever. You still will have a person here making sure that second person to make sure that the show goes on here at this facility. So I think that's an excellent point, excellent position, a very important position to have.
Like I said, I think everybody should have their hands in on everything.
Exactly.
Since it is a team.
Exactly.
And nobody, because I don't want anybody to feel singled out, feel less than, or inferior or more superior than the next person. So, and I think that's how we can make it work. We as men, because we got testosterone and all that stuff, and like Stroh said, you don't want to step on anybody's toes.
Yeah, I think it's really awesome, man, because I don't think nothing ever have been in this, to something of this magnitude haven't really been established here in this community, which is what we need to be doing. And my biggest thing is just to see young men young black folks working together, bro. That's all we ever had to do was work together. Ain't nothing that we can't do. So you're absolutely right. I think we work together, put all our ideas on the table, and I'm a team player myself. It ain't all about me; it's about us. What we can do as working together. And so I'm looking forward to some of those things, and looking forward to gentlemen like yourself being able to. Because a lot of times I do construction work.
Right.
And a lot of times I be in Greenville, Charlotte. I may even want to go to. I got a guy wanting to come to Houston, Texas, and build a house at the Galveston Beach down there.
And that would be great.
Yeah, and you guys not only that, taking me away, but guess what? They're setting up an event down there. Ain't no telling what we might be doing one of these days.
That's what I was telling Nitro because I breed dogs and he does too.
Yeah.
And with the traveling, the different shows and the different connections that are at the shows, because I've been to dog shows, man, and you meet a lot of different rappers. Rappers show up, producers show up, different people of different stature show up. So if we hosting a podcast and about dogs and they just so happen to invite us to MC a show, then why not bring Jimmy Lee and Nitro with me as a part of the team where everybody can be heard.
Yeah. And man, that's awesome right there to put, because see, a lot of people got the wrong concept. And that's a way of educating the community about dog. Yes, man, you have about time on the advertising about their veterinarian shop or about animal vaccination. So that and all that ties right in together. Next thing you know, you can be on the spot about a dog show with a radio pod.
And my thing is teaching the community, more so the kids, entrepreneurship.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they'll see that, hey, this man breed $3,000 dog.
Exactly.
Instead of shooting themselves short all the time, cause I told my people I wanted to breed dogs. It was you can't, but then I saw the money off of it, and I did what I felt was necessary to take that next step in my life. And if I wouldn't have did it, if I would have listened to them and wasn't aware of the impact I could make on my own life by making that decision, you know, I probably would have never met these guys.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely, most definitely. So, yeah, man, I think that's awesome access to have as part of the team. Right? So, and so we all got different things that we bring to the table like that. And so, yeah, I think that's gonna go a long ways here.
I just want to talk about the money.
Okay.
Um, I've been saying this to somebody. I personally don't got the mental capacity to get into it, so you might, somebody might know, but it needs to be a, what's called it, nonprofit, no, a nonprofit
Okay.
organization. Because you could put all our entities into that one nonprofit.
Definitely.
And I seen Sponberg gave out $22,000,
Yeah.
$30,000,
Yeah.
40. You know what I'm saying? Depending
Yeah.
on the impact that it has on it. It got to have the impact on the community.
Yeah.
It got like you got to prove like why the money's being used for the community, how it's going to improve the not just the kids' life, but adult life,
Exactly.
everything.
Exactly.
Where you get that, because I'm understanding a little bit of nonprofit. You can't sell anything. The nonprofit can't sell anything, but they can pay all their people that was in the nonprofit. So I'm just trying to sustain some financial stability. I'm not trying to be rich. I'm just trying to be sustained so I can continue to do what I'm doing. So we have a nonprofit, and I, use that as a nonprofit, whatever. I need $5,000. You know what I'm saying? You able to give it to me if we did 30 or 40,000 grant. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Well, the nonprofit, we are going to have to bring a grant writer
All right, I know.
on our team, and not that they'll be on our. They'll be part of our board of directors. But right now, we're going to be the board of directing this organization. But we will have a grant writer involved, and there's several around. Because I was involved with. Matter of fact, the previous place I had from here, we was lined up as nonprofit. Now it take a governing board to do that, so that goes not, that's reachable. That's something that we really can, one of the local set that up and file a paperwork with the state, and then you do that, then they're gonna give you a checklist of things that you got to do to be approved as a nonprofit. Then once you get that, and you get the qualified person that's filling all that stuff out, they submit it, and just about a matter of they get then they put all that in place.
So they no longer send out an advice from the city. It used to be you could you go to the city, you give them $35 for an application fee to sign up for a nonprofit organization, and they'll send a person from the city out here to just run through and check it out for you. You don't have to go through the checklist.
It's
more
a little higher, but
it's more simpler to do it like
Yeah.
that instead of going through all the applications, the processes back and forth with banks and trying to get personal loans. When you do it with the city, no matter what it is, or the state, when you do it with either one, and you have a person come here and approve it, once it's approved, we won't even need a grant writer. We'll write our own grants.
Okay, all right.
No, you need a grant.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's,
Yeah.
you won't. You won't. It's optional. You won't need it. It's not like you need it.
Well,
Maybe you'll need it, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now you're absolutely correct. There are some things that you can reach out and get from the city. Every city do support their community.
Right.
So there are some things the city can do, but putting that paperwork in place to get large, you got short-term goals, you got long-term goals. To be established where Walmart or Pepsi or Coca-Cola will come and give you Timken. One time Timken was giving out, was it, just using Timken for example. Man, every year they was giving them, they was giving out something like $150,000, $250,000 that they would give to some organization right here in Cherokee County. And so we can get on that list by getting our paperwork in place. You get those things, and in an organization like that, I do know this much. Organizations like that, they got a federal credit they trying to get credit for to make their taxes go down. So if they giving an organization, I think if they get like if they give $1 million away, I think they able to write $3 million off on their taxes. So it's real important to have that in place. So short term goals, that's something that Jim Lee's talking about. Long term goals that you're talking about, yeah, we need to get that done.
So
We need
is
to get
that,
that done.
so is this what this is gonna be, a nonprofit together?
It don't have to be a nonprofit. I'm just saying, if he's the leader of a nonprofit, it don't have nothing to do with what this building got to do. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to get staple some money. Like if Jim Lee need $2,000 to go for his promo, we could get the $2,000 because it's under a nonprofit. It don't have to be
Yeah.
under this building.
Same
Somebody
thing-
just have to
same
be
thing
the
Hello
owner
was
of the
talking about.
nonprofit.
Yeah.
Same thing Jason was talking
Yeah.
about.
Now that
That's
is
always been my thing. I've been trying to figure out how does that work together. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It just like he can't. The business can't sell nothing. Like if the business was Brands Lee, Brands Lee can't be out here selling no T-shirts.
Right,
Brands Lee can't do none of that.
right.
But Nitro, the beat maker, you can sell all what you want because you're not Brands Lee. Brands Lee can't sell nothing. Like nothing. Can't sell time. Can't sell nothing. Because you get caught, you're in violation,
Yeah.
and you lose your money.
Yeah, you lose your status.
Yeah. So you could just be under the umbrella of his situation, but you crap.
Yeah.
Can't sell it. Can't sell nothing.
So I got a bunch of workers working for me. I can't sell it,
Right.
but y'all can sell it for me.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Yeah, well, there's a way that you can get paid even as a way. The only thing is really all it boils down to is they want to just know that
This one's
you
going back
ain't
to the
using some
community.
type of you're not using it as a umbrella to doing what they call that when you embezzling money
Mhm.
or hiding money. They just want to see the money
Right.
and know that you are not got some guy over here funding money through you that's can get to be ridiculous. The only thing they want to know, they don't mind in the community, the nonprofit, that's the community here.
Mhm.
So a community will be able to, they will,
Because
you
giving him $2,000 off the nonprofit, give Jimmy Lee $2,000 off the nonprofit. You can put down there as the giveaway concert for such and such.
Exactly.
It's free event.
Exactly.
It's free for everybody. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But on the list of the sheet of what it was spent for, it was for the community, giving back to the community.
And I do know all that is reachable, man. So you are absolutely right. We got to have a grant writer that know all those attributes can take care of us. And somewhere down the line, we're gonna need probably we probably need a business attorney to kind of put all that stuff in place, because in the direction I see us going of doing a big event in a Charlotte Coliseum and yeah,
And it's
and
gonna be paperwork, especially dealing with the music licenses and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna definitely have to have somebody like that.
yeah,
And really, we've been using Tyrell's sister for
Okay,
the past
yeah,
few years and stuff.
okay.
She's very knowledgeable in the industry, even though she don't have the title of being an intellectual property lawyer, but her previous husband was in the music industry and stuff like that, so she's very familiar with how they're working with the contracts and stuff like that. And that's gonna be the main thing, but especially with music licensing, like, is keeping control over that aspect, because it's all intellectual property. You can't physically touch the music, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta properly register. That's why the process and protocol for this whole thing is gonna be very key and very important. This was gonna keep everything together and solid. So if you go by the process of the things we initially set up, you know what I'm saying? If we follow those day in, day out, we will win. We won't lose. But the main thing is properly registering the music, you know what I'm saying? Getting in the habit of doing those things right then. Don't wait until it's time to publish the music. Go ahead and have it ready and stuff. Have certain contracts and everything set up, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of that, of course, will be on me and my department and stuff like that. But just just creating the whole protocol and all that, you know what I'm saying, is gonna be very key to stick by. You know what I'm saying? But I've gotten overall what I came up with as far as the musical process, because that's something we could do that and start generating funds. You know, we got the studio. You know, that's honestly a lot of this is kind of sort of based off of. But as far as the music side and the system that I'm working on is, number one, every artist that comes through the door should be registered with what's the proper term for it?
ASCAP BMI.
Yeah, what are they called?
Publishing company.
No, they collect royalties and stuff from all that. You know, they're pretty much a middleman. But anyways, first things first is the artist needs to be registered with ASCAP BMI or something like that. You know, or CSAC, someone that's gonna collect their funds and pay out. Cause
Yeah, administrator.
yeah, so that's the first step before you even come to the studio. When you know that, hey, I'm gonna take this thing serious, because that's the start of tracking that intellectual property. That and the copyrights are the start of keeping that all together. So number one, you register yourself as an artist when you come in. So that's the first question I ask anybody that wants to book studio time and things like that. Okay, are you taking it serious? Are you trying to make a career out of it, or is this just a hobby? Because if it's just a hobby for someone, you know what I'm saying, it's like I could suggest it, but I'm not gonna go hard. I'm gonna put the information in front of you. You know what I'm saying? But if you're taking it serious, okay, register yourself as an artist. Then once you hit the studio, you record your song. You get your song mixed.
Right, because the register part is free. So
Yeah, that's free.
It shouldn't even take no.
Yeah,
15
maybe
minutes.
$50 for ASCAP. That's on the one. But
And that's a
register,
good point. That's a
you
good point.
register yourself as an artist, and then when you hit the studio, you record and you finalize the music. Finalize. I mean, if you want to make any changes, good. It mix and master. You got the radio edit, the acapella, the instrumental, the clean and dirty versions, because you need all that for radio. You know what I'm saying? So you got all that is done. Now it's time to register those different songs, because all those are different songs. The instrumental is a song of itself. The dirty version is a song of itself. The clean version is a song of itself, and the acapella is a song of itself. So you register all four of those, copyright. Now the musical aspect is done. You know what I'm saying? Now it's everything, and this is where you guys, for me, in this process, is gonna come into play. Yo, you outside? Okay, I'm about to. Give me one second. Is this back door open?
No, it's not. Now this, let me ask you this something, Mr. Bill. Are you recording this meeting? The reason I say that is.
Well, we have to keep it for our records.
Understand it. We're gonna record it. We need to let it know what it's gonna be known for. If you're gonna record, I think this.
Yeah, that's what
this
you're
right
gonna have
here,
to say.
I think this is some very important information
It
we're
is.
discussing here.
It is.
I don't think we want to just be putting it out there that you need to. We need to make sure that you have that on the wraps and don't let it just let it be for our use here as a team, rather than everybody just getting our information how we doing our thing. All right, so just be mindful of that. Now he's recording that. I think what do y'all think about that? Something y'all think we need to be kept on the wraps, or need to be recorded?
Definitely.
I think all meetings need to have an audio recording.
Audio recording, okay.
Just in case anybody,
miss
something.
Yeah, that's important. Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I'm
Misunderstanding,
recording
we
it.
can easily
So
go
I
back
so I
to
can
it.
go back.
Y'all,
Yeah.
okay, so y'all recording too. Okay,
But
good
it definitely needs to be confidential.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the only people in this room.
So I can send it to exactly to
Okay.
to them.
So there's
So you
no way-
actually can
Straight
forward
to
it.
their
You actually
email.
forwarded it to one
Yeah, I
of
can
us
send it
if
straight
you
to
need
their email.
Okay, good deal then. All right, good deal. I just wanted to know how that.
Yeah,
Okay.
because see, we having a conference, and all conference have to be taped.
I mean, they have to be documented.
Because-
in some form of fashion, especially when we're talking about a business.
Yeah,
Right.
because it's
Okay.
business.
Yeah.
Because of that law.
Okay, absolutely.
And we talking
And
about the
because it's business, it's
nonprofit.
confidential because
Yeah.
it's business.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
That should just be understood off gate.
Hey, how you doing, man? Quentin was name. All right, good to meet you also. Okay, go have a seat there.
I will add your name to the paper.
Yeah, go ahead and. It was taking everybody's name, telephone number.
Hello.
We're gonna. I'll be letting my we got a recording secretary to be doing touching bases and be able to anything need to be communicated. They'll have a number to call you as well. All right. Now your name is what now?
Shimmy well.
Doing well, okay. All right, well, pleased to meet you, man. My name is Quentin. I I guess like we're gonna start. We've been me and Scroll and Jim Lee. I think the other gentleman here. I think y'all are two. We've been at this for what? I guess this is formal introduction now. We've been at this for a few years now, and one thing me and Scroll had in common, and Jim Lee, it was that we gonna make this happen. So I feel good about the team that we're bringing together now. That everything that we need to do, we're gonna fix and put it in motion to be a successful organization. So we're glad to have you a part of that. And so we had just been talking about the different things that we're gonna do and how we're gonna get it done, and talking about teamwork, talking about everything from I think we was talking about grants. We was talking about grant writing and having a grant on right on board, and I think we was talking about positions, and so that's basically where we're at. But I'm just talking now, but the floor is open. I think anybody can. I think Scroll had the floor at the.
So basically, it's back to the process, which is ultimately what we're creating is the process the artists go through. So I'll go ahead and recap. Like I said, number one, before any artist hits the studio or to begin their career, go ahead and register yourself as an artist, recording artist with ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, those things like that. So that way, when you hit which is your next step?
Question on that there. Oh, now, okay, registering as an artist, ASCAP, is that an organization or is that something that we have as an organization?
It's an agency to collect your royalties from off your song.
Okay. Is that something that we need to have, where they register with us or they just have?
No, that's separate for them. That's to protect them and their music.
Is that something that we would assist them in doing?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
So that we have.
We can.
Ultimately, that's where
Shim comes in.
Shim really
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so in other words, once they come in here, they're putting their career in our hands. We're gonna assist them to get to where they
they're
get.
not putting anything in
Not
our
putting
hands.
our hands,
But
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be assisting them and showing them what we need to
Right.
put in motion to get done, right? Help them to get it done correctly.
Yeah.
Okay then, all right.
See, just like I'm with BMI. So, if somebody don't know the information, I'll be able to give them the information and they can be able to, I show them how to fill out the paperwork,
Okay,
proper
all right,
paperwork.
Okay. Well, now Billy, I don't think he have discussed the things that he brings to the table. But Bill have a lot of experience, and I think he could probably work with someone like this gentleman here, and actually work because he's an artist as well. So I think so he will have a lot of information that we can put on board as well.
So, like I said, the process, number one, you register yourself as an artist with that agency. Next thing, you're all set to come to the studio. Now, if you see a step before this or after or whatever, feel free to put your input. But next thing, you go to the studio and you're ready to record your music. You want to record your music and get it finalized, mixed and mastered. And this is all before you put anything out. You know what I'm saying? You might want to share something with your friends, whatever, get feedback and all that. But this is before you actually publish. Because the moment it hits the internet or it hits the outside of the studio and it's not registered, it's free game. Point blank period. Somebody can write your whole song down and go do this process and call it theirs. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, to begin with, it's all intellectual property. You can't physically touch it. You know what I'm saying? So these are the ways to protect it. So once it's mixed and mastered and it's complete, you really going kind of back to step one, but you're going back and you're registering that song in its final form with that agency that you originally signed up with. That, and also it's kind of like step two, and it's a few things you got to do within that step. Like I said, you go back and register with that original agency, and then also you copyright the US.copyright.gov. You copyright your music, so that way you have rights to use it. You saying that, hey, I own this song, or we own this song, we have rights to use it. From that point on, anybody that's using this song, no matter what, and you didn't give them rights to use it, you can take legal action against them. Right now, honestly, with the situation me and Ice going through, and it's small but it's big at the same time. We gotta look at it like this. They didn't give proper credit to us for the video. They was like, this song was done by a local artist. Now, really, we can go against and say, hey, you didn't have rights. You didn't have the rights to use this in this manner. And plus, if we had put the contract in place before, see, that's why I said these steps are real key, that you do them in order and properly, so it makes sense. So it's really protected. So if we had signed the contract before they released it, we could have been like, hey, you don't have rights to do this. And plus, in the contract, it states that anytime that you do share this, that you have to put our information along with it. You know what I'm saying? And they did none of that. But like I said, you register and you copyright, and let's say all that's done, really the studio aspect of it is done. It's complete for that either particular project, particular song, or play, or whatever it is you're working on. You know, I'm thinking across the whole entertainment board, you know what I'm saying? But this is where a lot of y'all guys are gonna come into play. Is I need these guys help. I mean, I need these guys going through the process after the studio. They just come to the studio and it's like a wall or a pool, and they just stay there. And a lot of guys, they either don't know what to do after, or they try and they can't do it all right. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, the next thing you do after you got your product is packaging. You know what I'm saying? How's it gonna look? Which every step after the first step has got to be bigger and better. So once the music done, your cover, which is what they're gonna see first, it's gotta look and gotta have that presence just as good or better than the music. So that's the next thing is your packaging and all that. You know what I'm saying? So the look and packaging can be as far as your photo shoots to prepare yourself for that package, your video shoots, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much getting all your promo gear together.
The marketing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, you start thinking about, okay, I got my product right here. How am I going to distribute this thing?
See, that's me.
How am
That's
gonna
when I come
market
in
this
play.
thing? Now that I got this product right here sitting in front of me. Not I'm waiting on the cover to come through, or I'm waiting on these CDs to get pressed up. You got all right here, video, the whole nine right here. Okay, now how am I going to distribute? What game plan I'm going to run with this? You know what I'm saying?
See, that's when they come to me.
Okay,
Exactly.
let me ask you this right here. Are we gonna, cross that, so I think it's a good, employment for somebody to do this,
No,
packing and.
no, I told you, I'm in that.
Is that something?
I'm in that department.
It depends, because it depends on what exactly you're packaging. CDs are still being used, but
CDs and digital downloads.
CDs are on their tail end. It's really they're moving to thumb drives in the digital world.
Yeah.
CDs are really fading away. A lot of cars don't have CD players, and you gotta go through too much to play the CD.
Yeah. MP3 format.
Convenience has really turned a lot of stuff around. People like more convenient things nowadays. So by it being on Spotify or iTunes or something like that, it's really more convenient for the average listener. But like I said, packaging, after you got it packaged, now it's time to Now it's time to work on distribution and how you're going to distribute this product. Where is it going to be placed?
Target marketing.
Where is it going to? You know what I'm saying? Once you got that figured out, the next step is marketing this. The people they gotta know where this product is. They gotta know about the product. And really, that's something. Marketing is always something you can be doing during the whole process, but it's don't go too far out into it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can say I got my album coming, or but know that I got 10 songs out of my 15 mixed and mastered. My cover, I already done the photo shoot for all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that way,
Don't give them too much.
yeah, don't give them too much. You know what I'm saying? So marketing is something that you can always be doing, but it's really gonna be key for that fifth step after you figure out where you're gonna distribute the product. You know what I'm saying? And this is all game plans that you want to have like before you start really executing. You want to have an idea, a rough draft of this whole process to the end. You know what I'm saying? For the artist or whoever it is that you're working with. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You want to have some type of idea. And ultimately, their budget is going to determine how these different departments is going to flow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this budget might only require, I mean, you still got to do all the steps, but how in depth the steps will go will determine.
But that also should come with the assistance, with us helping them, because if they have a stepping stone or stumble somewhere on one of those stages, we should be able to pick it up for them, especially if we know that there are artists that's worth the push.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing that we lack.
Yeah.
Is their empathy to keep pushing.
Mm-hmm.
So if they don't have the money, like if they got the money, they done came in here and spent $150. They got this session, and they done did all this music. They got the cover, and they got registered and everything. But now they need help with distribution. I feel like we somehow, some way, we should be able to come in and kick in with it, just to help them.
Let me ask you, is that where a record label come in, where you sign with this record label, you do your recording, the record label still ain't coming to play yet?
They're not signing to us.
Okay.
They're not signing to us at all. We're helping them get on in the end. We're helping them
Which
become
is
artists.
ultimately
We're developing,
and developing
their brand.
area.
Okay, all right.
Because when they leave, when these artists leave and they feel that sensibility of being a real artist, like, hey, these guys just helped me. I got a real cover.
Wow.
Mama proud of me. Daddy proud of me. Man, I really love this building. It only sends out more. Next thing you know, we liable to open up at 8 o'clock in the morning. There's like 50 kids outside that need this help because we've helped that one kid that went back and told everybody. That's just what it is. Sometimes it's bigger than business when you do personal. The personal move sometimes is the biggest business move. Just depends on how you're moving it. Because I look at it.
I get that, because sometimes I can almost do a free job for working on a house.
And it'll come in the long run.
With the cousin, the uncle, and the dad, all of them. Next thing you know, I got 4 jobs, 5 jobs come out of one little small job.
That's something my dad used to tell me. My dad used to tell me
and
a lot.
sense of honesty, and you get them put them in motion to do it. So I get it. You're absolutely right.
Because we're already a black company, so it's already gonna have a slight shadow over it, because everybody sees a black independent company as they're not gonna help. But the minute that we're just sending hands out, we're helping. We're not baby stepping. We're not giving you no crutch. We're not doing everything for you. You gotta come to the table with something. If we understand that you're really going through, but you got the talent to push, we're gonna push you. That's the whole purpose of us being the strong firm. That's gonna get the belief.
So back to it, like I said, number 5 was the marketing. And then after you market it and you got it out, now it's time to present and show the show and do the show. And
I just want to say before you get to that part, a lot, and I'm learning this too, so I'm not talking like we get a lot of songs, hit record songs. We push it for a year, and then that's it. You should continue to push that song because people want to sing along to your songs.
exactly.
I'm doing What It Is, Ice, and I recorded that song 10 years ago.
Right.
It's not even a kid's song, but all the kids know it. You know what I'm saying? People want to rap to your songs or sing to your songs. You know what I'm saying? So even if you got a new hit, you still continue that other one, keep pushing. You got to understand, we're going against. We look at what the industry doing, but the industry got a system going.
Right.
They got this pushing. We still hear songs back in the day while they pushing out their new stuff. We don't got the money like that, so we gotta still push the old stuff so people can get used to hearing. So when they come to your shows, that's how they get the people to they singing your words. That's how, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
We not in high school no more where you can just put it through the high school and then do a show and people, you know, passing it around for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the power that a young person has, is that they're in school and those people are pushing it out for them. You know what I'm saying?
Snapchats and all that.
As an older person, we have to continue to do the same songs as well. Some, you know, sprinkle that new stuff in there, but the same song. So when people on stage, oh, I know that record. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing too. Like we have to sit there and be like, yo, this is your song that you need to continue to push.
Right.
It's not the whole album.
Right.
This song.
Yeah.
If all y'all can remember, This Is Why I'm Hot. They played that song was played in New York before it even hit down here and got caught on fire, and that was 4 years later. That's 4 years later before he told me, and he's still eating up that song. It's on different commercials and everything. So we have to be like, yo, this record right here. Push this record. You know what I'm saying? Continue making new music. I ain't saying don't make up no music, but this record, keep pushing.
So that goes internally amongst the group and for the
Yeah.
customers that we receive.
Yeah.
So that means if an artist comes in here and he's got that hit song, he comes in and record,
We
still
should
got to
really-
throw it in there.
Yeah,
Like why he in the middle of record? Hey, what's up with such and such? Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I like that.
And that person should know what it means when you say working a song. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Okay, you need to make sure you stop at now it's blogs and all that. You need to make sure you're present in those places. Make sure you go into open mics. Even if you're not even performing, you need to continue to be present amongst your audience.
Right.
Because those other artists, they have people on the ground for them. So they can just relax. But if you don't have nobody on the ground, you got to be the ground game. So you have a good ground game and have a good digital game. You know, have both of those run concurrently, and then you'll see your digital numbers really get to effect, because you're getting a true grassroots thing. You know what I mean? Like all those great people like Master P and whatnot, they didn't have a big cosign. Like they just
They had no cosign.
They had a huge ground game. They used that to leverage against the record company, and they got a great deal.
That's the his Trump and his car.
Now we know that the record companies aren't giving out deals like that anymore because of them. But you know, they're still looking for the fresh idea. You know what I mean? What you decide to do with it. So, you know, I think what you're building is like a roadmap. You know, you just want to have a roadmap so you can say, okay, where you at on the map? Make sure you maximizing every piece of it.
Yeah. Well, hey man, I'll be honest with you. You guys got this digital world. I'm old school guy. You see, I had you guys write all your numbers down. I'm old school. I understand that. So, but I really, man, I'm impressed with what you guys bringing to the table here. I'm glad that we have dug in this far. It's unmovable. Next generation come and build here. So
Well, I
that's
just
what
want
I
to
feel.
tell you this too. Just because you're old school,
Okay. I can't relate. I'm taking it in, but I'm relating. Saying, wow, that's what I was doing when I was doing that.
right.
So,
The work ethic's still the same.
Yeah,
It don't
most
change.
definitely, most
Yeah.
definitely.
So I'm gonna take digital media podcasting and
So that'll be in the area of
artist development. We all the same.
and really you be really helping in number 6, which is like I said, the presentation of presenting their work and what they do. You know what I'm saying? So really, some questions that you could ask all the artists is, have they completed steps 1 through 5 whenever they come to your show? You know what I'm saying? That would be some refresh your artists, because they may come to the show and not come to the studio.
And that's
Or whatever.
and that's before we even get to going into any questions.
Yeah.
The top 5.
Yeah.
Top 6.
Okay, let me ask you this right here. The way I'm hearing it seems as if you still got to corral this into a umbrella, whether they gonna sign with you as a label, as a
We're
developer,
not looking for anybody.
Or production deal.
or some type of something that's still
No deal.
Okay, no deal.
No,
This is a brand.
This is a
Everybody
brand.
is
Yeah.
a brand.
They're coming here to get
All right.
signed with a label, or to not sign with a label, to grow independently, whatever they choose. all they come here to get the essentials.
Okay.
You
All right.
came, you done got your campfire, you done got your lantern, you done got your wood, you got your tent. Now go out there and do what you need to do.
Okay, I got that. Okay,
That's
this,
pretty much
and
it.
I'm gonna make this point, and I want y'all to kind of steer me in the right direction.
Mhm.
Now, every artist may be an awesome artist, but you guys seem like y'all guys gonna put in the work, and so they'll just give it to them and tell them to go do what you done did. It might take you,
Okay.
yeah, 15
I'm
years
a-
with that.
can I
I'm
say-
just throwing it out there, so you know,
that's the cycle
which
that
may or may not be a awesome.
that's the cycle that I'm personally trying to break.
We all trying to break.
Because
Okay, okay.
That's
Like you just said,
Okay.
we're a black organization.
Okay.
So what do we know? What are we known for first?
Look,
Yeah.
Shutting something off.
what? No, yeah, that too. And how do you correct your mistakes in your past? How do you correct your mistakes in your past? Can you correct your mistakes in the past? Can you go back in the past?
No,
and
you
correct
can't
your-
go back
You
in the
can't.
Okay,
I'm your correction.
okay, okay.
You don't let me go in the same pitfalls you went into.
Okay,
I'm your
Okay.
correction. But my
Okay.
son, my kids is my correction. His daughters is his correction for his past. He'd be like, hey, don't go here.
okay.
This and this and that.
Yeah.
Hey, don't do this. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't get no financial gain from it, I'm talking about me personally. I'm satisfied that I know that I helped lead that person not to go in that pitfall. So
Okay.
that
I feel
I
held-
got
I feel held accountable if I got the wisdom to tell you
And don't
not to
pass
jump
it.
off this ledge.
yeah.
And you still,
Okay.
but you did it, and I didn't tell you.
You didn't
so now
tell
I got,
you,
now I got that guilt.
Okay, now I'm gonna say this one last time, and we're gonna move on.
Okay.
I think that you guys work. The guy told me a long time ago in Texas, he said, the game ain't to be told, but the game is to be sold.
Yeah, and see, that was
Now,
back
this,
then.
okay, let me finish my point. But my point is, if I give you something, you may not value it. You might not value
You
it.
may not value it.
But if you sign it with alteration, guess what?
It's gonna change your work ethic.
And not only that, and you will be, then you know what, you guys can help steer them in
It depends on where you come
and I'm understanding that, and that's something that you can give it some thought, and you say, well, you know, consider
I'm telling you, clear as a bell right now. It's a no, because I done been under contracts with people that can't provide, and if we can't give these kids what other labels are giving them,
You put extra liability.
then you putting
extra
so much
liability.
on ourselves. We putting lawsuits and all that. No, you don't do that. You don't.
But this is
Okay,
what
okay.
this is. I'll stand in the middle, right? Okay, so as a consultant, what I do is typically when I work with artists, I'm not. First of all, I don't guarantee anything. I'm not gonna guarantee what your artist, what you're gonna do, because I don't know what you do when you're not here. So I can't guarantee you anything. But what I can give you is knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is however you decide to replicate that, and whatever you decide to do with it. Knowledge is going to equal to your power. How you act.
The use of
There is no gateway of knowledge for what we're doing right now.
So, and my time is also valuable. So I do put a value on my time. So I'm not just a guy that's gonna kick it with you all day just for you just to say I gave you some gems. You know, it's because I'm involved in a lot. So I typically work with artists on put like 3-month contracts with them, like 3-month just intervals for this time I'm gonna be working with you, creating, helping with your website, creating your graphics, providing consultation. These are actual services that you're receiving that you can take with you. And then the consulting part, I typically don't even charge really much for that, you know, because I'm normally around my partners and we're talking about this. But when I decide actually to work with an artist, that's typically how it works. Now, for the fee that they may be paying, they're getting, you know, hand and foot over.
So
Deciding, like I've been with artists who, you know, created, you know, art, you know, showcases based off shows that I created back in 2016. So I understand what you're saying, you know, and they can go on and make money, and you're just sort of there like, well, great, we're brothers, but you still got bills to pay. So, you know, we're gonna have to keep the lights on somehow, you know, understand what you're saying.
But
that's what
that's what I'm saying. The nonprofit would come into the situation.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
You know what
Not
I'm
only
saying?
the
To
nonprofit,
sustain everybody.
Not only the nonprofit,
Therefore, it's not. Therefore, it's not a headache.
But
Before
you
you
gotta
feel
be
good about
understanding
helping.
from a person understanding coming from the nonprofit world, with it being a black organization, is you're gonna fight tooth and nail to get grants. Period. That's just what it's gonna come with. They just ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, black folks is working together, cool, but still in the South. It's like how money is divvied up, especially during Trump's America. You're not gonna just get money just like that. So you better figure out other ways to sustain you while you're waiting on an answer.
What I'm for his studio time, and they're already paying for cover, and they done came to you and paid you for consulting. What are we signing them to
Okay.
and for?
I got that point. I got that. But you know what? You know what? I'm just gonna say this right here. You know, I still keep throwing gems out there. They want to pay you. Not necessarily they want to pay you, but yeah, they want us to be supporting that they are giving back. Cause see, they ain't necessarily supporting us. They supporting another organization because another artist is. And if they want to keep this like I have contributed to us being under what we are now, I wanted to do that because I knew it was necessary. And so anybody that's doing something, just keep it on the table. We'll address it again later. I didn't mean to get us so far off where you was going with that. But you know what? You guys' advice about what an artist don't want to get caught up in, don't want to have them muzzled, want to have them where they can go out and go. I got that part. So yeah.
Any artist, but I mean, like unless you gullible and you know about the game, like of course any
There's a
young,
lot of them like that.
yeah,
A lot of them like
any
that,
young
bro.
kid coming in,
80%.
yeah. But then I think about the 20.
Yeah.
And then you got one of those 20 that might come in here and hear us trying to hit them with that. And they go back and they
This is even to your era. There's nobody's escape from this. The artist is the last one on the totem pole. I wouldn't even tell my son to be an artist.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Everybody, even to the Isaac brothers, was making money on the road doing shows.
Right.
They didn't make money off their record sales.
Right.
Okay, all right,
It's
okay.
always
You know what?
Everybody else does except for the artist.
Yeah, but now you know what? Now you back to your
He's the one who
point.
generated
Back to the
the funds.
point that he
That's what I'm saying. He
Stroh made.
last one on the totem pole.
Back to the point that Stroh made from the beginning when he started talking about seeing an artist from the beginning, which is what we're talking about now, to ending. Now, where we're gonna make our money at is we're gonna put some of them shows, man. I promise you. I do have financial partners that want to put some of them shows
it's
and
the
go from that
overall
part.
process. That's what's gonna be. That's what's gonna be
Okay.
the kicker. You know what I'm saying? It's really ultimately the overall process. But like I said, artists around here have been skipping number one, doing number two halfway,
Okay.
Right.
and that's it.
Yeah.
They may package a little bit of something and
Then they go to number 7.
Yeah, and then they try to go to number 7 and get the harvest.
Yeah.
It don't even work like
I
that.
don't even know how
You know what I'm
that
saying? You got to do all these steps in order, and by you doing all these steps in order, the more you go through it, you're building up more leverage. So when you do get to number 6 and you ready to present it, you're gonna get paid for your presentation. You can, there's gonna be free ones that you're gonna do, but more so there's gonna be more paid ones because you don't register your song, you don't got the copyrights, even far as marketing. That's when your the radio play and stuff comes in. That's when you go to radio stations and start doing promo runs to them, different blogs and magazines and stuff like that. All that has to do with your marketing game. You know what I'm saying? So really, number 1 and number 5 are really like the key steps. You know what I'm saying? Where you're gonna have that on point. Because number 1 is gonna protect you. So when you do get the number 5 and 6, can't nobody steal it. Can't nobody steal 7 from you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what ultimately this process is for. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I put my name beside like number 2 and kind of 1, but really number 2. So they come see me first. You know what I'm saying? Which is the studio part. Now this is where you guys come in. Is what's next?
What's called it? This just popped in my head when I went to Vegas and I went to the Coast to Coast. I'm just adding my little twist on it. What they did at Coast to Coast, they had like maybe 20 artists, and whoever rocked the stage the best, they had votes or whatever. They had to pay to be on there. Won like the grand prize of $1,000, $2,000 or whatever. But it was a packed house.
Right.
I'm saying like you could shorten that, charge a fee for the artist, a less fee to gain, for them to be worth it to gain more, and just have maybe 2 or 3 of their best songs. For whoever got the best, the best show rocking, get this, $1,000. you know what I'm saying, that helps bring people there. You know what I'm saying?
I watch Gravy make thousands of dollars every Tuesday on showcases, bro, by charging $10 for entry fee, $5 for a song. You get 30 people. Tell them you're gonna give them a grand prize of $100. You've made that $100 back off 2 people.
Right.
These are the things. These are the things that I've had to witness as an artist. That's why I go. I'm going back to saying what I say about that whole health thing. Like this place right here, man. It's so much potential in that one building alone.
After they leave the studio, right, and they got these songs mixed and mastered.
That's what I'm saying. They can provide that show.
And they're not registered. Okay, who?
We can provide that. We can provide that show.
I mean, I'm like I'm telling you, like I'm doing the playing I guess multiple positions right now, more so to bring people together.
You mean who in this room?
Yeah,
that would be me.
Yeah, like when I go back into the studio, that I'm in the studio. So when I like artists, yo, I need you to go to this room right here, or go talk to this person right here. Who am I sending this? Once their music is mixed and mastered and everything, because ultimately that's the whole purpose of being here, is creating this process. So who's next after that? And you said you.
Well, as far as putting on shows and whatnot, you know, for experience, we put our first show. We put our first show on the cities, and that was in like 06, something like that. And I've been involved in music pretty much all my life. For y'all, those of y'all who don't know, me and Stro first cousins. My grandfather was a gospel singer, and so I've been around music all my life, and I've done just about everything, every position that we talk about except for music production. I don't produce per se, you know what I'm saying? But as far as what we're doing here, my main function, you know, now I can help just by anything, but my main function is a show presentation, show coordination. That's what he asked me to, you know, to help out with. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's my thing.
So helping them set up their set and the whole
everything.
everything.
From booking the venues, you know, scouting venues, you know, all that. Just like yesterday, when I told you this morning about this being staging, I told you that yesterday. I saw when we walked in here today. I didn't say nothing then, just like I've been sitting here listening today. That's just what I do. I sit, I listen, I observe. You know, I don't mind being the last one to speak. That's that's why I got 2 ears and 1 mouth. You know what I'm saying? So as for you know, first. Yeah, I'm
You said that to me. Y'all said the same line. Y'all definitely could.
Yeah, man. But as far as that's concerned, man, you know, that's what I represent. You know,
So you're saying you'll put on a coast to coast kind of live kind of deal.
Well, actually, we gotta generate funds anyway. You know, for the team, for the company.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's what I was getting.
Yeah.
So you're an event planner. You're going to be the event planner, organizer, show book.
Yes, sir. So what that means is almost just about 99% of our shows, Jimmy Lee gonna be on it. Even if it's a show where, you know, where we just got like say what you were saying, you know, it's we're gonna do something where, you know, we're gonna charge artists. I've done that before. Charge artists so much to, you know, to enter, you know what I'm saying, you know, and then, you know, to win a prize and whatnot. But even with that, you still gotta have just some live entertainment, just some fun entertainment. That's where my man come in right here. If that's something that he wants to do at that time, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, the main thing is, you know what I'm saying, Jimmy Lee is our artist from what I understand. He is the artist. Am I correct? And ice, okay, got you. Well, with that,
Best of both worlds.
Yeah. I was really about to say it.
Okay.
I'm not saying like that. I'm straight.
Yeah. I got you.
Raw greeting.
Yeah.
Bro is more educational, uplifting.
Family first.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, we got two different avenues that we can take different directions at the same time, still bring them together when necessary.
Of course.
You see what I'm saying? You know, because I mean, I know of different people that are like avenues that we can transcend this thing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
We got way more artists that will come through here.
Yeah.
Just like top tier in this area.
Yeah, I ain't gonna even sing a lot because it's it's artists like Salute, Wordplay, Chemo. It's you got like it's so many. It's top.
That's what I'm saying.
You
see what I'm saying?
It's a lot.
Yeah, and so when he was talking to me a few days ago, one of the main things that popped in my head is that, okay, we have all these artists here locally, right? Okay, all we gotta do is if they have a following, and they can pack a building. That's all we gotta do. We can put them on, get them a little check, and we got money. You can do that every week if you need to. We got a building. This building don't go. We got other buildings. Y'all was talking about Graves.
You talking about getting them a check? They gonna listen.
That's all you gotta do.
We talking about Snoop. We talking about Snoop and Tuna.
We already talked about that the other day. That's all we gotta do.
Snoop need a venue.
That's all we gotta do.
And this is where where I'm saying that, because as you say, being black business, I'm black business myself, so a lot of stuff that I'm around that I'm like, I have to be conscious of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to protect my brand at all costs. You know what I'm saying? So you did put your middle finger up or whatever, I'm like, yo, delete that picture, bro, or don't post that picture. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I say that to say is that we all got to stay in our rail of our lanes. That's not saying that Jimmy Lee can't work with me, but say he was to write a song for me. He could write a song for me, you know what I'm saying? But us doing, you know what I'm saying, doing other stuff like in the forefront is like, I'm gonna be real, like, nah, and I grew up with Jimmy Lee. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
see my head.
You know what I'm saying? Because we was in Miami and he experienced it. He's like, yeah, take the picture. I was like, hey man, you can put the blood down. You know what I'm saying? But like that, but that just being real. I had to be conscious of that because
and that's why I'm there too. I'm there too.
My brain is free, so I have to realize that. So I had to open up my mind and be not just to you, but to a lot of people around.
And I can talk to Kenny like that to Jimmy Lee because we grew up together. Like,
yeah, my brother.
I know him, you know what I'm saying, for a minute, and I had to adapt. I had to, you know, change to that to know, like, okay, I can't move. So like that's why you don't see me in a lot of positions, like the Tuesday thing or whatever, just because what comes after that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't work with Voice Box because what comes after that, after they watch my video, yes, happy go lucky. But then the next one, booty shaking it, I can't. The audience that I have can't gravitate towards that. You know what I'm saying? No shape or form, because I'm in elementary, middle school, and high school. If I was in high school, they might let it rock a little bit, but elementary is like you can't let your kids
put you on chop block.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that to say that.
Yeah, y'all guys.
I know what the ice mean.
That's real though.
Right.
That's real though.
You know, actually, you guys, man, is really hitting everything spot. I really I'm having to jump in and get a few words in because y'all guys really doing everything that I pictured this organization being a good, clean cut name, clean cut face, not a place, not a studio sitting on the corner somewhere. Everything running in and out, but on Front Street, and prove that we doing the right thing. We're a business.
Right.
That's what it's all about. And I do have some different content that I'm gonna get with Nitro and even with you guys about the type of artists that I think it will come a time we will be involved with artists in a big way, because maybe some.
It's gonna be real soon.
Yeah, I think some. Man, I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to.
He don't know. Look at me. I don't know. You don't.
I know y'all guys. I know I'm kind of holding the reins, letting you guys go. Guess what? I don't let you go. It's for you can do whatever you want. The only thing I'm gonna try to implement some of my ideas. Like, I see an awesome Mother's Day CD out of kids. Now I just want to go in a different direction than y'all going now. I see an awesome Mother's Day CD deal with a bunch of kids, man, in all the Walmarts in America, in the world, of different kids coming through. Father's Day CD, you know, something that they would pay at on Mother's Day.
It's a great idea.
At a funeral, you know, not at a funeral, but at a wake. You know, when somebody mom and passed or something.
Anniversary.
Of anniversary, stuff like that. So and I feel that is an open market that I think we could really tap on to. And I don't think it seems like it could kind of do it efficiently.
So I'm gonna wrap it up here soon. But I guess right now the only part of the process that really ain't been covered, I guess, is the packaging and distribution. Those areas, which packaging is, you know, graphic design, videographers. Now we've been outsourcing for a lot of those. I guess we just need to get that hub
Yeah,
together.
the actual
until we-
equipment, and we won't.
Yeah, the actual equipment, but until then, get the who we're gonna call for those jobs.
Duplication of CDs,
You know what I'm saying?
CD duplication or whatever.
Yeah, CD,
Prints today.
prints, graphic design. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I've been doing.
Videographers,
Those are
photographers,
organizations that does that type of
all
work.
that.
Yeah, that's the one I'm connected with.
Okay.
all that's part of the packaging.
You saw the CD I just handed to you in your hand.
Curtis Dawkins.
Yeah.
Putting down is an option.
Yeah.
Putting down is an option. I talk to myself.
Like merchandise.
Merchandise, branding, stickers, with all that.
He did my shirt.
He does all that.
I get mine done out of Philly.
Curtis Dawkins.
That's stitching on that
Stitching
shirt?
and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does it all. Like, so.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It was like
Hey, let me see that.
$8 a shirt. That's it.
Yeah. He really looked out.
for this design.
He looked out for me too.
Yeah.
I seen that online.
What, $3 a shirt for my
That's just broad.
Yeah.
That's some real work.
Wow.
Yeah.
The shirt itself probably cost
He's
that.
real
Yeah.
$3.
Nah, it just
Super
and then he
solid.
put me on game to where I could go get my shirt set for almost 50 cents a shirt.
Yeah, we got some cool.
Like 50 cents a tee. And then that's $3.
Like
What?
100 shirts.
He charged me like $1.10 per shirt because I had 100 shirts. So altogether I paid him like $120,
We should pay like $1 a shirt.
maybe. Give or take $1 to get the just to print up 100 shirts with my face logo and some run like that. He looked out for me. So
But that's another thing. Like I got my wife and stuff. We got the press, T-shirt press. You know, she's been working on it, but that's another thing that I'm gonna bring down here that if any of you want to learn or got the knowledge on. We all need shirts.
yeah, that's easy. I mean, like I take that job. That's simple. That's nothing. The vector cutter.
That's another way we can make money, bring in funds. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of tools to where we really got. We looking at the grants because that's something easy and
It's
that's a lot
easy.
of work. But we got the tools around. I know I do. I got a lot of tools around for us to generate some funds. We just organize it and put it to work.
I'm trying to see, because I don't want to assign myself to a situation, knowing you, because you know the once the school really starts to kick in, I'm gonna have to do a lot of school anthems and stuff like that. So I don't want to be like, yo, I assigned to this, and then I get booked all the way up doing school stuff. So like, I know I can be a creative person to give ideas, especially with the financial situation and with the show stuff. And knowing if a song is dope or not, you know what I'm saying? Because I be hearing a lot of songs that you should be promoting.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't promote them, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He plays stuff million. I was like, man, that's
I'm like,
that's
you
a
got
single
some,
right
you got,
there,
yeah,
bro.
you got some singles.
That's a single right there, bro.
I'm listening to my business partner. I'm actually running with a real game plan now.
Oh yeah.
That face was priceless, bro. That face was priceless. That's the deal, whatever.
You got all this content.
I'm gonna put that music out, bro.
That was good PR. That was good PR.
Wait a minute.
That was good PR. That was
Right. Shim, I knew I felt it. Shim, you hit me. Shim, I called.
like you got like, but
I got
no,
nothing
but
EP,
for real, like
bro.
that's what I'm
You
saying.
already got fire right now.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like as an artist, we all do it. You know what I'm saying? He has records that I be like, yo, I be singing that even with
I need to be pushed.
push this one because if I'm saying it that I'm hearing it outside of there and you know the type of music I'm like, yo, they would like this. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think how kids they be all in my feelings. Yo, you say that, oh no, you all in your feelings, you got the F, didn't you? You know what I'm saying? Like it's stuff that's redundant that
That's a shirt.
It's gonna stick to him.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Your
those are the things that I be talking about, like not just you just an example that's here, but that other people that got songs that don't even push, like they push something else that don't even.
Yeah.
It's because they personally like that song. That's why they push it.
Yeah.
And not seeing like, yo,
the
this
big
is
picture.
this
Jimmy
is the one that's
doing
gonna get you there.
20 plus, 32 plus on YouTube, all like grassroots. Like I be like, okay, you getting good numbers here. Push this one, like push it, like drop it on Twitter, drop it on Instagram, remind them again, drop it on Facebook
Yeah,
again.
it don't matter if you did it for a year
I
now.
don't
Because
give a
Stay in their
fuck,
face,
run
stay
that
right here
thing
with it.
through. Yeah.
Make them
If-
get tired of you.
if they're not saying, if they're not saying
Make
that
them get
song
tired of
always
you.
word for word, do you know that you didn't push it hard enough? They should be singing the words.
We got mumble rap right now because they kept feeding it to you.
Right.
If I feed you something long enough, if I feed you shit sandwiches long enough, eventually
Right.
that's gonna taste good.
Right.
And you already got the shit that tastes good.
You got a point. You got a point.
If I feed you long enough, that's all you
That's
got.
what the rest
Eventually,
of the street
you gonna be
is.
like,
If you feed me
it ain't that bad.
One trash song. One trash
I'm
song.
gonna tell my grandma, bro. Because it got substance. As long as it got substance, it will work. 'Cause they got an audience out there for just about.
There's some trash out there
They
right
got an
now,
audience
bro.
out there for
For the past 10 years, there's some boo-boo out there, bro.
Right.
Boo-boo. You know why? Because they kept giving it to them.
Right.
If I take this away and put this in your place, what you gonna do besides eat? It's like going to jail, nigga. You gonna starve, you gonna eat this trash on your
I'm
stage.
starved because they bologna sandwich was nasty.
But that, my blood sounds blue.
Yeah.
I didn't, so that let you know I ain't eat nothing that was on there. Tray, bro. Like, lifted my bread and it was stuck to it. I was like, that shit blue.
I starved.
Y'all go ahead, man. Let me get that orange over there, bro.
I didn't go to the corral as soon as I got out. Yeah.
But I think I
10
walked,
plates.
I think when I got out, I walked straight to my first time. Well, 18. Yeah, I walked the onions and got a 10 piece. 8 out of 10
So-
pieces sitting there.
When do you want to? Because right now, of course, we see there's no power in here, so that's gonna be the main priority is to get $9,000 together to get this power.
We need to go ahead and lock in this thing with Landon. I need your help, brother. What are you going? Yeah, me and you.
You need to meet Landon.
Matter of fact, me and you going to meet Landon today.
What you got going on?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he was outside when we rolled by.
Yeah, you gonna be in the city? Yeah, we're gonna meet Landon today.
Yeah, that's
Because we got an event coming and we can make money off of it. And I want to use it as a listening party and maybe bring in another guest artist. We're gonna send some bread, some big bread. I mean, I'll set it up to where it won't be nothing out the way. You can come. Since the focus is us two. You come. Bring your crowd, I bring my crowd. There ain't gonna be no smoking.
Then that once we get that goal, goal knocked out,
got more
we
fans than
start
you think.
maneuvering in here and start doing things and develop there. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much. I don't want to too much on everybody.
Yeah.
Just let this thing flow. And that's my new concept is keeping the flow going. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it in contact.
Before I
hesitant
get,
on delivery.
once this get established, also reaching out to like How Lounge, Landing Spot, you know what I'm saying, all these other spots. So
That's on the
when they
list.
talk, then they know, yeah, y'all need to go to such and such.
Yeah.
Shay ready to meet us ASAP. Like Shay really think it's just a whole bunch of ghost investors, and when she see that it's actually us, she gonna light up. Cause right now she just think it's me,
Who's Shay?
Shay Walker,
Yeah,
who owns that.
okay.
So she wanted to come here for her own personal reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like she got a couple people she wanted to record. She wanted to meet you. She wanted to actually sit down and talk, see what kind of business plan we got going for this. So it's like we got more investors that actually want, but like you say, Stroke, we actually have to start. Once it starts moving, everything else will fall in place.
You mind reading that? Because I really like that. Another thing we gotta establish is, I guess, a name, the hub. But we've all been calling it the bank. I really like
The bank.
The bank.
I like it. The
Man,
bank.
you talking about the identity?
Yeah, everything that you wrote that because I thought that because another thing that about me, and especially here lately, is being like straight to the point, straight shot, no chase. It is simplicity. You know what I'm saying? And, like Bro wrote that last night, and that was I felt like that was it. It was simple and straight to the point of what we do.
And basically what it is, man, and what we need to start working on is when we get these ideas, is putting them on paper and trying to come up with some type of order so we got something to follow. And yeah, man, basically our identity, and I was just working on it. It ain't nothing set in stone, man. I was working on it. Stro was doing some music.
Right.
So I was just working on it. And basically identity is the bank entertainment company delivers the best underground entertainment on all levels and platforms while uplifting the community. Like I said, I was following the sample of a business plan, and they presented a problem. Now the problem that I wrote down was local entertainment and vendors need a platform they'll be heard or seen. The communities and children need positive role models and events to encourage our youth to become business owners.